Good morning, everybody. This is Rachel Haney with Central Indiana Real Estate Investors Association. And today we have Jeff Jinks. He is one of the attorneys that we are frequently talked to and use for Cireia. So we want to take this opportunity today to just get to know him a little bit more, what he does in his association with Cireia. So good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me on today. And I really just appreciate the opportunity to talk to everybody and just let us get to know each other a little bit and that kind of thing.
Yes, and you are one of our vendors. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for being one of our vendors. How long have you been a vendor with Cireia for?
I think it's like 4 or 5 years now. It's really been a good relationship and I've met a lot of great people. We've had an opportunity to represent a lot of the members of Cireia and answer a lot of questions. So we get as much out of it going back and forth by trading information and ideas as anything. So we really enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, I know from conversation with many of the members and the individuals on the board that you guys are so essential to making sure that we run smoothly and helpful to so many of the investors. So, and I know my family actually does a lot of business with you guys for real estate law and such. So we highly recommend you guys whenever anybody has any questions. You are actually one of the first names that we state from experience. So
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. I don't always say that we're clients or whatever because that's confidential, but I appreciate you saying that and giving us a little shout out. So that's great. We enjoy your family as well.
absolutely. So, okay. So simply put, you guys are located in Carmel. What is your area of expertise in regards to real estate investing?
Yeah, sure. So we're located in Carmel, but of course our practice is statewide. And really our expertise and difference from other law firms is that we don't define ourselves by like the categories of things we do. We really define ourselves by the clients that we serve, and those are all investors. And then investors have a wide range of things that kind of come up in their lifespan. And the thing that I would tell people is that you might have one issue today, but a month from now, it's going to be different. And a year from now or 5 years from now, it's going to be even more different. You're going to grow. You're going to have different things come up, different type of partnerships, different deals. And it's just really, it's rewarding to us because we get to see people grow and develop and have all different kind of things. So we really just define ourselves by the clients we serve and try to handle as many different things as we can for them.
Mm-hmm. What's really nice about that is once, you do have a client, as long as everything goes smoothly, you pretty much have a forever client. So that's really nice.
Yeah, I love real estate for that reason because we do get to know people and we get to learn a lot more about their situation and their business than clients that in my earlier practice, I've been a lawyer for 27 years. And some types of law really are just very, one-off type of transactions. But as a real estate attorney, we get to really just be involved in people's lives for, kind of forever because we end up doing their estate plans even and, working with their other family members. And it just really has a broad reach and, the people are good. So we really just enjoy all that. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that makes complete sense because what I was just saying before, you actually have worked, I think, with 3 generations of Haney. So,
Yes, yeah, we have.
one, I think you were working with our grandpa and Nathan's parents, and then us. So, if you don't get one, you get multiple generations.
Right. We got you, and it's typical. I mean, I would say that your experience is very typical of what happens in our practice. And so, again, we really enjoy that part of getting to know everybody.
Yeah. Are there any services? Typically when I talk to vendors, there's some aspect of a vendor service that not many people know about. And it's literally mind blowing to me because I was like, oh, I didn't know you guys even did that. So I'm so grateful that they're sharing this now. But in your field, is there any services that you provide that really not many people know that you guys do or specialize in?
Yeah, a couple things I would point out, and really this has only been in the past really 3 or 4 months, is that we've got an office down in Florida. And a lot of people don't realize that we are licensed down in Florida. We got a great attorney down there that we hired this year. It took almost 6 months to find the right person. And once we found her, she's just fantastic. Her name is Carrie Lynn, and she's got like 15 years of experience, and all in, real estate and probate and estate planning, all the things that we do typically. And she's a brilliant lawyer. So we're really fortunate to have her. And a lot of people in Indiana vacation and do business down in Florida, and vice versa. Even if they're like, my parents live in Fort Myers, and they, a lot of parents have property or businesses going on still back in Indiana or the Midwest. And so you get this cross business going on that you don't even realize. And one of our first cases was a Florida case down there, and the person that we were dealing with happened to be in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And so the solution was like a Fort Wayne, Indiana person. And, here we are dealing with somebody down in Naples, Florida. And it was just, typical. Again, everybody goes south for the winter and vice versa. So that's a big area that we, we're trying to expand on and serve people and their families. Again, their families that have other people living there. And then maybe the other thing would be the 1031 exchange work that we do, the tax-driven work for investors who are moving up, right? And when you trade a property up, that's called a 1031 exchange. And we do a lot of work there. So that's another couple just areas that would be, new to some of the Cireia members.
Yeah, I would have never known that you guys did that. So,
You're a client.
that we had no idea about. So,
Yeah.
well, that's awesome with the Florida location. I
Yeah.
wish you guys well and extreme growth on that. And I don't think you guys could have found a better location than Florida.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
tell us, is there anything, from what I've seen, it seems like everybody in the real estate investing community, it's a fairly nice community. People tend to be more on the willingness to help.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone is trying to have a business, and they're trying to find those deals. But overall, I'm just seeing a lot of collaboration within different businesses. However, what is it that separates you guys from other guys?
Yeah, no, definitely. There is a lot of collaboration in the investor world, and surprisingly, maybe this is maybe surprising, but lawyers are very congenial most of the time, and unless we're like formally against one another in a case, that's a little bit different. But lawyers are very congenial as well. The one thing that I find that's a little bit different about our law firm from others is really the team approach that we use. And that's because we have a little bit different business structure than most law firms. And we really do have a team that works together for clients. And we have 3 other lawyers besides myself. So 4 lawyers, and then paralegal staff, law clerk staff, and that kind of a thing. And we just kind of, we assign cases out to the different lawyers depending on what their main skill and strength is. And then I'm managing that on a daily basis and talking with the client and talking with the associate attorney and trying to do things for them. But really, the team that we have is fantastic. And we have lawyers with 15 years experience, 10, 12 years experience, besides my 27. I mean, it's really a great thing. And we enjoy in our office how we interact. It's very fun. It's a lot of fun. We joke around. We've got the Nerf basketball hoop in there and everything. So we just try to keep it light and support each other. And that really, I think, comes through to the clients who see those other lawyers as being their lawyer, not just me. I'm not just I'm just part of the overall firm. And we just have this, we got a team. It's really great. I think that's, a separator for us.
Great. Yeah, I definitely think that clients can, when they step in, they can almost sense a unified team or not. And from what it sounds like you're saying is that you guys get along well and you guys enjoy each other's company. And that's definitely something as a client, I would want to have that aura when I step into an office.
Yeah, thank you.
So what are some of the biggest accomplishments in the real estate investment industry that you have seen regarding all the legislative updates and issues? Or actually, let me rewind. Uh,
Yeah,
I wanted to share, tell us a little bit. You represent Cireia, and you're a lobbyist
right.
regarding all of real estate legislative issues. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, thank you. We represent formally, right? So I get my organizations right. We represent as a lobbyist Indiana State Real Estate Investors Association. So that's a different group. It's a 501c6,
That's,
and
that's the Indiana State RIA. Is that
yeah,
correct? Okay.
yeah, Indiana State RIA, and they're licensed to be a lobbying group. Cireia is not a lobbying group. Cireia's more mission is education, investor connecting, networking, deal flow, that kind of a thing. State RIA is really exclusively for lobbying, and it started like 5 or 6 years ago as just a committee of people trying to, keep on top of what was happening. And you quickly realize that, just sort of knowing what's happening isn't doing any good except for making us frustrated. Like, why did this happen? What's going on? Why isn't somebody doing something? And so they decided to form this state RIA group that could do lobbying legally as a 501c6, and then that has carried forward for a couple years now. And we've had really two major successes with the passing of two laws that were favorable for landlords on utility bills. It sounds boring, but it's really a lot of money and it affects everybody. And so we're really proud of that. And to be honest, all the people that are, we get to be the lobbying part, we get to stand up and present, but behind the scenes, what is really happening is all the investors that are members of Cireia and other state organizations, they're the ones that are pushing all this stuff, and they're the ones that are benefiting from it. And it's remarkable, I have to say, it's remarkable that we've even gotten to try to pass a law, let alone do it 2 times.
Mhm.
Most lobbying work is just, hey, we want to pay attention to what's going on and inform our members. It's rare, and it's remarkable and fantastic that there's been so much support among the investor community to push on things. They find an issue and then push on it, and come down to the state house, call the representatives, call the senators. That makes a big impact, and it's really, it's just fantastic. So I want to thank all the members that do the work, because it's really fantastic, and they need to be proud of what they're doing, that they're getting important things done that is way beyond what most organizations are doing
Right.
when it comes to
Yeah.
lobbying. Yeah. So I just got to say, I got to say it that
Yeah.
way. It's
Well,
really
when Roger Valdez was here in January for the conference, the annual conference for Indiana State RIA, he
sure.
mentioned that he was uh, surprised at how passionate the investors are here.
Yeah.
This was a different type of group that he it was like they woke up and they were excited and they were invigorated on being action oriented
Yeah.
for their properties and their investment. So I think that goes to show, I mean, he travels nationwide at events talking to people about all these laws and the concerning issues that are coming up. And he was unexpectedly surprised at how eager people were to be proactive and
Sure.
help and wanting to know. So, and I think that has a lot to do with the members and the leadership among the investment community. And I definitely thank you for your position in that, because you're doing the research, you're doing the hard work of looking into what it is that we all need to know.
Yeah,
So,
thank you. Yeah, Roger's fantastic, and I echo. We're kind of saying the same thing in different ways, but he's kind of. I feel sorry for him because he doesn't have the kind of support that we have. Like you said, all of our investors they're organized, and they're taking action, and they're working together. He's kind of like that lone voice out in the wilderness. And it is true. We are blessed to have so many people, stepping up, so many people fighting. And it's, it makes it fun for me is, my job to, be up there and have a good group behind us, not just,
Mhm.
being a lawyer or whatever. That's just part of it.
Yeah, yeah. Let me move on to the next question. You are a main face at Cireia. Consistently at our events, you definitely show up. What is your relationship with Cireia, and how do both parties benefit from each other?
Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, we like to come. We've been a sponsor for a long time, 3 or 4 years now, and it's been really good. I love being a sponsor.
Mhm.
And I just called Vicky a few years ago when I started, and I was like, "Hey, can we do anything? Do we get involved?" And she said, "Yeah, you can be a vendor and sponsor things and come and have a table at the front." So the best way for your members to interact with us is to just walk up to the table.
Mhm.
And I try to just keep it totally informal and just get to know people. So our relationship is just be there to be supportive and to, support the organization itself and answer questions. And we've had lots of people that start out as, hey, I'm a new investor, and they're nervous. Don't be nervous. Just come up and talk to us. And all the vendors are the same way. I see them around the room being very helpful. So just come up, talk to us, ask us things, and whatever you're doing the first month, 6 months or a year from now, again, you're moving through your life cycle as a business owner and investor, and different things are coming up. So the relationship is very symbiotic. We get a lot of clients out of it, and we try to give information and free advice and free thoughts as best we possibly can to help people not make mistakes. And we've had a lot of people that have said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I'm like, "Do not do that," because we see the problems,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of times we can guide people away from
Mhm.
things that might really cause them trouble,
Yeah.
even though they sound good at first. It's like that's going to be a problem. So we like to really help out in that way too.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do we find, do you guys get reviews? I don't know if your business is like others where people are able to provide reviews. Do we just go on your website, or how can we see those?
Yeah, our reviews are on the website, and we do get Google reviews. We've got really good ones for the most part, so we're very pleased with that. And just jeffjinkslaw.com is where you find us, and then there's all kinds of places to go from there. There's a little button to send us an email if you've got a question about a matter, and then we'll get right back to people. Also on Facebook, I put out my videos on Facebook and YouTube almost every week about cases that are coming up. And that maybe circles back to your earlier question, what do we do that people don't know about? We give case law updates of what's really happening, what the courts are doing, what the fact patterns are, what the law is, so that people can then really understand in layman's terms in just a 3-minute or 5-minute video what is currently happening in the law related to real estate, zoning, tax, estate planning, all the things that really, come together.
Yeah.
So those are great ways that we like, and that's all free, right? You don't have to subscribe to it or anything else. So you get a lot of free information that's very helpful.
That's great. And I'll definitely, I will be posting the links, the URL links to that, so people can just quickly access it and see
Thank
it.
you.
And definitely, if you're watching, go ahead and like and subscribe so that you guys continuously are notified whenever Jeff provides these free resources. So
Yeah.
you never know, there might be one that's actually similar to your situation. So Jeff,
Yeah.
thank you so much for this time, us getting to know you a little bit more and your company. So we want to make sure that people just know how they can reach out to you. So I'll definitely have your website at the end of this video also.
Wonderful.
But otherwise, thank you so much. Are you going to be attending the July 9th event?
Absolutely. I can't wait. We had a nice little dry run for June,
Uh-huh.
and everybody's really excited for the July 9th meeting. I will be there for sure, and can't wait to see everybody, kind of back together, because it really is a personal business.
Well, I guess they took a survey, and like 80% of the members are itching to get back and being all together again. So
Good.
super excited about that. Super excited to see you and everybody else. And you take care. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take care.